Did we just become best friends? I'm pretty sure that's what every NASCAR fan is thinking this week as we leave Atlanta. Find out if even Evan's heart has been softened to the racetrack that he once hated. Let's
Oh,
get into it, boys.
it may have been.
You hated Atlanta?
um, no, the problem is I loved old Atlanta, and yeah, I'm still weary, still a little leery that like this is going to be a catalyst where they redesign other tracks to be like it. And then we have just like 15 drafting tracks, and I don't want that. Like, I don't think
No.
this needs to be an every week thing because I also think that's what makes it special, right? We don't see it every week. So,
It's better to have 15 road courses. So
Oh,
no, I
gosh.
don't say that either. Not at all. I think it's key to have variety.
variety.
Can you say though that Atlanta's panning out pretty good now?
Actually, I will say so. First thing I noticed yesterday, actually, I noticed it more during the Xfinity race. Yesterday was a little closer, but the cars were spread out a lot. The track kind of isn't quite as grippy as it was when it was completely a fresh pave. The cars are spread out a bit more, a little bit bigger runs, which I think is what caused some of the issues yesterday, and an unwillingness to let the run go. But with the cars spread out more, I actually find it's a little racier. Like the last 2 years, it was really just follow the leader. Like it
Much
may
like
have been
the
two
Xfinity
rows.
was.
Xfinity, yeah, the Xfinity race.
No, but even as much as Xfinity was that way, like it was broken up a bit. But with Cup, the
Yeah, when
last two
guys
years,
ran out of fuel at the end.
yeah, I know that was
That
ridiculous.
Xfinity race was brutal. Like,
Oh
I thought we
man,
had no hope for a good race on
no.
Sunday.
No, Sunday turned out to be very good.
Incredible.
But the last 2 years, it's been the two front cars neck and neck. Nobody really able to pass. Nobody really able to get track position. I don't think that was an issue. So you could drive from the back to the front. We saw guys do it multiple. Denny Hamlin must have drove from the back to the front 4 times.
At least.
Joey Logano drove from the back to the front. Michael
The only
McDowell.
guy who really couldn't was Eric Jones, I feel like.
Oh, stop.
We'll get to that
We're
later, though.
But yeah, I
Oh,
was
man.
actually super impressed. Man, we just skipped all over the general discussion segment. We just went right to NASCAR, right?
Man, that race was too good not to. I don't care how your week was. Only Monday.
It ended really well, actually. No, I was super impressed. I didn't
Yeah.
I didn't watch the very beginning of the Xfinity race. But
It was
Nap
yeah,
nap
same
through
as
that
the
too,
end.
did you?
yeah, I did nap through that. And I wasn't invested enough to go back and rewatch.
Yeah, you didn't miss much, so
No. Jesse Love dominated. Poor bugger didn't get the win, but
yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's coming.
Austin
I think
Hill.
that kid's got some skill.
Yeah.
I think he had James Small on the pit box.
You would think so, for sure.
You're a little shy, but pin it. Let's see what happens.
Yeah. Austin
what do you
Hill's
think?
still sitting on that horseshoe.
Yeah. What is that? I think they said 3 of 4 of the last Atlanta races and the last 3 Daytona races. Like,
Right.
he's got a specific type of track that he's really good at, and
Yeah,
it
that's
seems
the
to be
guy
the
that wants to
drafting
see
track.
15 of them.
So, what do you think? Should we discuss the topics we actually got written here to discuss?
I suppose we could do that. So Daniel Suarez gets his second career win, with the third closest margin in history, which surprised me because I figured you couldn't get closer than that, but I guess there's 2 other races. So, but what are your guys' thoughts on the win?
I mean, I was stoked. Like, I know I had Blaney picked and I would have got the extra point, but like, seriously, I was pulling for Suarez at the end there. I love to see it. I want to see him do good in Cup. I was a fan of him back when he was in Toyota, and his teammate
That
Ross
explains
Chastain.
it.
Yeah, that explains
It's
it
like he
for
must
sure.
have driven Toyota at some point of his career.
Yeah. So yeah, seeing Ross have such success, I just been hoping Daniel would kind of catch up, and it's good to see him get locked in early. I mean, now that he got the whole season to build on that momentum and make a run. So
Evan?
Yeah, I think too, not only is it important for, Daniel and Trackhouse and those guys, but I also think, if you go back to last week's podcast where we asked, what does NASCAR need to do after we had 2 rained out weeks to kind of capitalize on that Netflix benefit? I actually think this is exactly what NASCAR needs to do. Is to have someone like Daniel Suarez swoop in and get a win in an extremely exciting race, and not just like, oh, it ended excitingly. No, the whole race there was action the whole time, lots of passing. If you're into the wrecks, there was lots of that for you too. And for you, I mean for me, I really enjoy wrecks too. There was teammates helping teammates, manufacturers helping manufacturers, and then not like it was just kind of, it had a little bit of everything. It had a little bit of fuel strategy, but not enough that we had guys driving around at half throttle much of the race. I don't know, man, everything about it was really, really good. Even pit stop drama was there. You had the Michael McDowell and William Byron incident and stuff. I think the race had the whole package, and I think if that's what you're trying to do is to capitalize on those ratings, I think that that's exactly what NASCAR needed. And not that they had much to do with that other than, take the series there and run the track, but it worked out really well for them this week.
100%.
So is their expectations going to be too high now for Las Vegas? Or
Probably. Yep, probably.
Like, honestly, I was talking to Corey off camera before you came on, Evan, and correct me if you remember if I'm wrong, but I feel like Vegas was the worst race last year on the calendar, the spring one. I feel like we made up for it in the fall.
You
but-
would probably think that because that was the first race without Chase Elliott. Like, that was the race he got injured in.
He's the big
So you were probably devastated. But yeah, I do
that's
actually.
got to be it.
I don't remember it being that bad, but that's because Hendrick got a 1-2-3 that day.
Yeah, maybe that's why it was so bad for me. But
Maybe.
I just,
Yeah,
I don't remember.
That probably
it being
wasn't
great,
beneficial
so,
for you.
yeah.
I don't remember it being horrible. Regardless, there's lots of potential. It's going to be great this year.
Yeah, I hope so.
Right on. So in addition to the winning margin being super close, the race also set a few other records. It now has the highest percentage of vehicles involved in a crash, with Eric Jones being in there. Most vehicles involved in a single crash at Atlanta, 16 on lap 2, which I was
Also Eric
devastated.
Also Eric Jones, yeah.
And the most lead changes at the track. Is this the best of Atlanta we've seen?
To be fair, Eric Jones had nothing to do with the lead changes. So, I mean, 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
2 out of 3 ain't bad. To be fair, I don't think he had anything to do with the wrecks either, except being involved.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
There at the back. That's what happens.
Yeah, go ahead, Ev.
I struggle to say it's the best iteration, just because there's so many great moments if you look back at Atlanta over the years, where
Kevin
we've
Harvick.
had, yeah, Kevin Harvick beating Gordon there. That battle between Gordon and Johnson in like 2011, 2012, where they were just completely wore out and, fought like dogs for the last 20 or 30 laps. The 1992 Hooters 500 where Kulwicki won the championship and, he started the race like 4th in points or something. There's just so many great moments that I can look back at the old configuration of Atlanta and say, those were great races. But I think it's too quick to say this is the best iteration just because the last 2 races haven't been overly exciting for me. But this one, if this is what we get going forward as the track continues to wear in a bit and the drivers get more used to it and the cars kind of get the package right and stuff, if that's what we get to look forward to, I do think that we will say that this is the best iteration in the future. I'm not ready to say it just yet. And then, it's come fall and it's like, oh no, that was just a mess. But if this is what we get consistently or even, sporadically, yeah, it very well could be.
It's definitely the best it's been since the repave and the best it's been in quite a few years, like even before the repave. But yeah, like if we get like the same scenario come fall, first race of the playoffs, like you know what I mean? Like that's when these races really start to matter. Like yeah, I feel like it's only up from here if we can keep this same style of racing. It's going to be fun to watch.
Yeah, if you're looking for fun to watch, it's fantastic.
Well, it's the best
I think
race I've
most
ever
people
seen.
tune
so-
in. Yeah.
Yeah, Corey literally messaged us in the group chat and was like, "How did I never start watching NASCAR before last year?"
Right.
And for the
Oh,
record,
man.
I told you this years ago. You
I
need
don't
to start
remember that at
watching.
all.
Yeah, I bet you don't.
Oh man. So with the high number of wrecks in the race, where is the blame to be placed with all that? We saw them in the turns, the straights, pretty much everywhere. Are the drivers being too overzealous, or is it just a product of the track, or is it something else? Which I will say maybe a lack of practice would have something to do with it, but which does
Yeah. I
like
mean, a lack
why
of
don't you have no,
practice.
but like why don't you have practice at these tracks? Like what's the purpose of that? Like
I
every
mean, these
sport,
guys are all professional.
I know, but all professionals practice,
Because
except
if
Allen
you,
Yeah,
Iverson.
they're in their sim rigs though. Like you
according
can't
to
just
NASCAR, it's to save money.
To save money.
Yeah, fuel and tires too expensive. Wrecked cars.
I mean, my guy did fine without practice.
But
Actually,
like
I was
if
talking
you're a
about.
rookie going there for like the first time or something, like it's gotta be
Oh yeah,
nerve wracking.
yeah. I mean, theoretically, actually, I would. Speaking of rookies, I gotta say, uh, the last stretch of the race, Josh Berry and Carson Hocevar, both of them were actually in the top 10 this race. Zane Smith kind of had his incident earlier in the race, but very impressed with the rookies actually in this run. Neither one of them really um, raised a fuss. Josh Berry kind of got moved out of the way, and that's what took him and Carson out of it. But neither one of them created any issues. They just kind of rode around, kept the nose clean, whatever. It was really good. As for where the blame is to be placed, I don't think you can place it anywhere but the drivers. I mean, the track type, the rules package, all that, they may lend to this a little bit, but at the end of the day, the responsibility has to come down to if someone's getting run over, the person running them over has to be the one to blame. We spent all last year and maybe even a little bit of the year before talking about how Ross Chastain just runs people over. Well, just because it's a specific track type doesn't mean all of a sudden it's free for all for everybody to run whoever they want over, right? There still
I
has
mean,
to be some
Chastain
level.
got ran over in Daytona by
Yeah.
Byron. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh yeah, at the end. Yeah,
yeah.
you're right. Although Chastain paid Hendrick back a little bit yesterday, wrecking, was it Elliott? I think he wrecked. So I think it has to come back to the drivers. But the way that the racing's set up now with the points for the stages and all that, every position is so important at all times. You really can't expect anything less either, right? So I think at the end of the day, the driver has to be responsible for watching out for his own equipment and the equipment of the guy in front of him. But I don't really think it's going to change.
So you don't
The
think
way
like
I look at it though is like we just ran the cleanest Daytona 500 we've run in 20 years. And that worked out well for one guy, and that's William Byron. So I mean, you realize, you know what? I don't have to come to Atlanta and race as clean as what I did in Daytona because it didn't work for me there. So switch it up, try and be aggressive.
Well,
And we've
especially
seen what
since
happened.
William Byron did cause all of the cautions. Like I shouldn't say caused, but well,
No,
yeah,
he did though. You're not wrong.
like he might have been
Like,
getting run over, but like he played a pivotal role in at least two of those wrecks,
yeah.
plus
So
one in a duels.
like I think that's just kind of that's how
Yeah.
the boys decided to run Atlanta. They knew they weren't going to run the same way they did Daytona. And I mean, you deal with the consequences that come with that. But when everybody in the field's wrecking, I mean, you're all driving with beat up equipment. You all still have a fair shot.
except Eric
Well,
Jones.
and I mean,
So you don't think it's a lack of grip though? Because I heard a lot
Oh
of talk
yeah, I
about
mean,
that.
like
But
the track's
sure,
definitely racing different than what it has, and like
but
I think guys were expecting more grip than what was there. But
mm,
you also have to adapt and
yeah,
figure
I
the
mean,
track out as you go.
after you've done a lap at the track, the grip level is less than like what I mean. Like oh, it's a little slick, right? Like so you can either choose to continue to race it the way you were going to, or back it down. Everyone around you is not, so why are you gonna, right? I mean, we
Yeah.
saw moves yesterday. That move that Austin Cindric made to take the lead
Oh,
when the guys were 3 wide
4
and he went
wide.
to 4. I was like,
this is
man, like
crazy.
that is just the nerves of steel, right? And that's what we want these
Nerves of
drivers
steel,
to
eh?
do.
That's what we're going with.
Yeah. This is a family-friendly podcast, Donnie. Just because you're not friendly to your family doesn't mean that we're not a family-friendly podcast. No, I mean, like that was a brazen move, and that was the first time we really saw 4 wide that day. And then after that, we saw it 3 or 4 times. You know, someone made it work, someone made it stick. Everyone else kind of bought in, and you know, it is what it is. Once one person does it, everyone does.
Yeah.
Right on. Something that
Well,
surprised
what do you
me
think?
yesterday was Martin Truex has never won on a super speedway, like 80 races or something. That's crazy to me.
Right. I mean, it is crazy because he's one of the best to drive a car. So I totally get why you're shocked at that. But
No, I
Yeah.
honestly, that's what it was. It's like, oh wow. But yeah,
and yeah, he was close at Daytona. I mean, one of the closest finishes. But man, he just does not have the luck at the super speedways.
Kyle Larson's taking on that legacy.
Right.
He was driving well though, till he wasn't.
Yeah. Those fenders looked nice until they weren't there.
Yep.
Did we lose you, Evan?
Yeah, we did, but I'm back.
Oh, okay. Hopefully you found a decent
just-
pick while you were gone. Oh, he's quitting. Rage
No,
quitting.
I'm good. I just can't.
It's nap time.
Can't use my headphones again tonight. All right.
Well, I
guys
know
ready
it
to jump
wasn't
into
pulling the
questions?
hair on the top of your head. What's the problem?
What's that? Sorry.
I said, I know those headphones weren't
Oh,
pulling the
man.
hair on the top of your head. What's the
Easy.
problem?
Easy.
There's
Are
a
you
little bit
guys
of a
ready to jump
glare
into the
there,
question
isn't
break?
there?
No. Yeah.
Let's
Yeah,
go to a
let's-
caution break. Let's do it.
All right. So this week we're gonna have a new game that we've never played before, which
Or been
is
explained
kind
to
of the
us.
trend lately since this is new. What'd you say, Corey?
Or been even explained to us, so it's gonna be great.
Well, why would I explain it to you?
Well,
You'll
so
figure
we
it
had
out.
Some idea.
There is an example here that you guys have been able to see. Anyway, so this week we're going to have a new game that we never played before, and we're going to just call it Math.
Oh,
it's easy to
great.
explain. Hopefully not quite as easy to win. Yeah, Donnie has an advantage here. Corey, did you ever finish Math?
Did I ever finish it? Like, that's for a different
Corey was
podcast.
homeschooled until grade 4
That's for a
when he
different
stopped going to
podcast.
school.
Essentially, I'm going to give you going to give the two of you like a match equation type situation using NASCAR statistics, and whoever can get them right earns a point. So here's an example. There's no points for it. I know Donnie gets confused about when we have points and when we don't have points and what points do what, and however.
I'm not
Nonetheless.
confused. I know I got points. Corey, do you have points?
I do have a point. Yep. What about you,
got
Evan?
points? Evan,
I
you got
don't
anything?
I don't have a point, no.
Okay, yeah. Let's stick to your games then.
Yeah, thank you. I do a couple things well. It's probably not this either, but anyway. So here's the example. So William Byron's car number minus
Yep.
Kyle Larson's car number equals which other
Martin
Cup
Truex.
Series driver's number?
Truex Jr.
Truex Jr. All right. So that's basically how the game works. A lot of times it won't be car numbers. It might be other things. I've got a few here. We're just going to go through them quick, see what you guys can come up with. Some of them are going to be a little harder.
You realize this is my second year of watching NASCAR, right?
Yeah, but you've been watching classic races, so you're fine.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Let's hope this gets
Well,
scrapped.
All right. So Kevin Harvick.
This is never making it to the live show. Don't worry, Corey.
All right. You're going to have to listen to them. That's the problem. That's both your
Oh,
guys' biggest
that is
issue,
an
most
issue.
likely. Okay. Also, you might need to use Google for a couple of these. Some of these might be a little
All
hard. Okay. Kevin Harvick's Cup win total and Fireball Roberts' Cup win total equals whose win total?
Dale Sr.
Jimmy Johnson.
Neither one of you are right. So,
Jeff Gordon.
it is Jeff Gordon.
Look
Yeah,
at that.
sorry.
Kevin Harvick has 60 wins. Fireball Roberts has 33, and Jeff Gordon has 93. All
What
right.
did Dale Sr. have?
Senior had
70.
76.
Yeah, it was in the
Oh, man.
70s.
I don't know why I was thinking he was in the 90s. Okay.
Yeah. No, I think it's only Gordon in the 90s, actually. Jimmy has 83.
And 7 championships.
Yeah. But, okay.
Yeah.
So Richard Petty's championship total times Dale Earnhardt's car number equals whose current car number?
Harrison Burton. Oh,
Harrison.
yeah. Harrison Burton.
Harrison Burton in the 21. Yeah.
All right.
Pretty
So
impressive.
Petty has 7 championships. Earnhardt had car number 3, which of course multiplied together equals 21. All right. The year of Hendrick Motorsports' first win plus 40 years equals which 2 current Cup drivers' numbers?
Okay, say that.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Say it again.
Okay.
2 Cup driver numbers?
Yep. Well, it's a year, right? It's 4 numbers.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So the year of Hendrick Motorsports' first win
Yeah.
plus 40 years equals which 2 current Cup drivers' numbers?
Christopher Bell and Joey Logano?
No.
No? I was thinking.
Oh. Christopher Bell and William Byron.
That's correct. All right.
Yeah.
So Donnie's got 2.
It was
and
84?
84,
84,
so
yeah. This is
2024.
the 40-year celebration, right?
Right. I was thinking it was 80, and I'm like 2020. Like, that's why I was like, this makes no sense. They're both Christopher Bell.
All right. Let's try this one. Terry Labonte's iconic number plus Kyle Larson's number equals which 2024 Cup Series rookie?
Noah
Gregson.
Gregson. No, he's
Ooh,
not
did
a
you both
rookie.
say that?
We both said that.
Well, like I held it up, but Gregson's not a rookie, so you're wrong. So I'll take the point for that one. Thanks.
I meant 2023 rookie.
Sure you
All right,
did.
so it's 3-1 for Donnie. All right.
I'll give you a -1 for you.
I said
Yeah.
Gregson first. We'll have to go back and
No, you
replay
didn't.
that. I did so.
Buddy, I'm giving you the numbers right here.
Corey's like, who's Terry Labonte?
I had to Google it.
Number
All right.
NextGen.
Dale
Can't type
Jr.'s
fast enough.
retirement year plus Brad Keselowski's current number equals what championship winner?
Kyle Busch,
No.
Chase
Corey
Elliott.
gets his pick next.
Say it again.
Dale Jr.'s retirement year plus
Yeah.
Brad Keselowski's current number equals what championship winner?
I have no idea. Is it 23? Was it 17? Junior retired?
It was 17. Junior retired.
And is Brad 6 now?
Yeah.
Ryan Blaney. I don't know.
It is, yep. I actually think Donnie went with the number 2 car for Brad. Or
I know. I
Uh-huh.
honestly thought he retired sooner than what he did.
Gotcha.
Oh, wait, you were asking who won those 2023?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you were meant the
No,
car
wait.
number.
Repeat the question.
I
Dale
already
Jr.'s
got it. I already got
retirement
the
year
point.
Yeah.
plus Brad Keselowski's current number equals which
2023.
championship winner?
I thought you said
It
subtract.
confused me. No, it confused me the way you said it, but we all
Oh,
know.
you thought it said subtract.
Yeah.
Oh. Either way, 2011 wouldn't have been
I
Kyle
still got
Busch.
the point.
But,
3-2.
all right. Well, as is often the case, we need a red flag to figure out this mess. But Corey has got his 2 points, and Donnie has his 3. And
I mean, I'll
guess
take
Donnie
it.
wins. I guess Donnie wins another one. If only these points counted towards your championship picks, right?
I don't need them. I don't need
Yeah.
the extra help.
Free and clear, he said. Free and clear. By now, you've probably noticed there are a few things different about the podcast this season.
Mara Lee has stepped into the producer role.
Believe it or not, Evan actually told me he's going to try and make decent picks this year.
Okay, both of those are true, yes. However, I'm talking about how we've stepped up our game from a quality perspective. During the off-season, we were able to pick up some new audio equipment from the great people at Vince's Opry Music Store.
These Rode Pod mics are great, and I challenge you to go listen to an episode from last year and hear the difference these microphones are making to our podcast.
And Vince and his staff were so helpful to all of us. I mean, even though we didn't really give them that much time.
It's true. I've been a customer of Vince's Opry Music Store since I was in high school, and they have always treated me like their number one client. Even though in the early years, I was usually just there killing time instead of returning to work.
So I guess not everything's changed then for this year.
Listen, we have racing to discuss, but if you are in the market for new recording gear or musical instruments, then please reach out to our friends at the greatest independent music store in Atlantic Canada, Vince's Opry Music Store.
I'm calling them right now. All right, boys, headed to
Here it
Vegas. We
comes.
got the first mile and a half of the year. First time we're not on a super speedway. Chevy, I hate to say it, but dominated this racetrack last year. Finished 1, 2, 3. Could have been 4 if Chase Elliott wasn't out snowboarding that day. But what do you guys think? You think Chevy could do it again, or do they not have a leg to stand on?
Chevy is undefeated in all 3 series as of yet this year, for what it's worth. Now, having said that, they haven't had the fastest car in all those races, but they're undefeated. I think this is really going to tell the tale about whether or not Ford or Toyota have their new bodies figured out yet, and whether they're fast yet, or if Chevy still has a bit of an advantage. I think this is really going to be the first story of the year as far as, what to expect throughout the regular season, right?
Oh, is this where I'm supposed to talk, or?
Well, yeah, you
Jump
can
on it,
interject at
Corey.
any point. Is this your first episode again?
I'm just trying to figure out my pick, all right? I thought you were going to talk for a while.
No.
He usually does.
I have not talked that long this evening.
I thought
feel
I had
like
a good 5 minutes to go.
Right?
easy.
Oh man. No, I think everyone's got a shot, let's be honest. I don't know. We don't know what's happening yet. It's the first mile and a half. Maybe Toyota's going to be really good at the mile and a half package. We'll see.
We can only hope.
Drafting tracks so
We
far,
don't
so
really know, so
Yeah.
actually, I will say this: the only driver currently who has 2 consecutive top 10s. Anyone know?
Alex Bowman.
No,
he
Alex
wrecked
wrecked
it.
out.
Oh, I thought you're talking about in Vegas.
Oh, no.
Yeah, Bubba Wallace.
Bubba
Fifth
Wallace,
place,
and they
fifth
were
place.
both top 5s.
Right.
But again, drafting tracks is strong suit.
Sure, but he's getting good, man. Even at the mile and a half and
I
stuff.
agree.
That's why I picked him.
For Daytona, yeah.
All right. I guess we
we
kind of
got?
talked about a little bit earlier there, but with NASCAR trying to get in the market, get some new fans, hit that minority fan base, do we think Daniel Suarez win in Atlanta is going to translate to some new fans, maybe sticking around for another week and staying with NASCAR, or am I just wishful thinking on that?
I mean, I don't know. I don't really see where people are from. I just, I don't really judge it by that. Like, where's he from?
Mexico.
Is it Mexico?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Monterrey,
hey.
I think. Monterrey, Mexico.
Daniel
Maybe some-
Suarez, I believe it sounds like an Irish name to me. It's got to be Ireland.
I dated a Mexican once. That's all.
How is
Really?
Hector doing anyway?
Hector.
Who did you think that was Mexican? I don't remember that.
You don't remember her? No, it wasn't before I met Sarah.
Did you meet her mom?
Whose mom?
The girlfriend, the Mexican girl?
Yes.
Yeah, I feel like
Why?
I kind of remember her vaguely.
How?
I don't know why.
I don't know.
Yeah, like
Huh.
yeah.
Anyway,
All right, so
moving
we're
on.
way off topic here. Like,
Yeah, this is going nowhere good.
this is
Hey
getting
Sarah,
awkward.
tune in.
Yeah, no.
If Sarah wasn't offended when Donnie called her fat a few weeks ago,
Yeah.
or when Corey said her cooking sucks, maybe she'll be offended when
She's
we
a
talk
great
about
cook.
the ex-girlfriends.
She's a great cook. When
She's
she
what we
wants
call a gordita.
Listen, I think it's good. I don't think it's a bad thing. I don't think it's the end all be all. I don't think that it's necessarily going to set the world on fire. But if it takes some people that are a little bit interested and makes them, if it resonates with them that, a driver that looks like them or talks like them or whatever is in this series and having success, I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that's a positive. And I guess we'll just kind of have to see. It's hard to track down necessarily which things are having success and which ones aren't. But if you keep doing the little things right, it should grow, right? Theoretically.
Yep. I just hope we put on a good race. I really don't care about all the in and outs of that. But
CC.
yeah. Why don't
Did
we
you
just
learn that
kinda-
from your girlfriend? Your ex?
Yeah. The only word I ever learned.
Your little señorita?
All right, so William Byron. How did he do in Vegas last year?
he won it all. So you guys, any one of you taking him for picks?
Guess we'll find out.
I don't think so. Not
Let's
yet.
get into picks. It's my
We're getting into
favorite
picks.
time. I feel like I always
Let's-
end up hosting picks.
Let's forget
That's probably-
last week. So
Oh, you did better than Daytona.
that is true. Yeah.
You made into the 20s.
Austin Dillon is killing me so far this year.
Oh yeah.
And about
Back-to-back
every other
weeks.
driver in the field.
Yeah.
His
All
luck's
right,
got to turn
so-
around at some point, so I think I'll take him this week.
There you go. Evan's pick is Austin Dillon.
Yeah, so it won't be this week that his luck turns around.
Thanks. Just because it's true
All right.
doesn't mean it doesn't hurt.
Honestly, like, I feel like Vegas, you want to hit 21. Like, is this the week to take Harrison Burton?
He was on the top 10 there for a little bit.
He had a good run
Atlanta.
going, and I don't think
Yeah.
it was. I'm trying to remember what happened when he got, but I don't think it was his fault. I think he kind of got caught up in it. He was involved in that
I mean-
situation with Kyle Larson, wasn't he?
Yeah, there's not a wreck on the track that he doesn't want to be a part of. So, like, that's
Hey,
just-
I'm missing out. Let me in on this.
All
He's
right,
going to be
so-
Wood Brothers' 100th win 2 years ago.
He was going to be the
Right.
200th driver to win a
he's
race.
going to be rookie of the year. Man, I had high hopes for the kid.
I think you've got to win picks like 3 more years in a row before you get let go of that one.
Yeah. I mean, even the best fall down sometimes.
Yeah.
That's how you get out.
Even the wrong words seem to rhyme. All
All
right.
right, Johnny, who's your pick?
Who's my pick? We're not going. No. We're going to talk about last week's picks first, pal. Don't
gonna
think you're
forget
getting
about
out of
that.
this. So last week I picked Ryan Blaney, who finished second. Evan, unfortunately, you didn't pick who finished first, so you lose again. Good day, sir. You get nothing.
That's fine.
But honestly, like, what a run by Austin Cindric. Like,
Yeah.
for all weeks to pick him, that was the week to do it. It just sucks that you're going against me week in and week out. So, and
I think
Corey,
next week we're going to switch up who hosts which segments because,
I
like,
think that's a good idea. Yeah.
yeah,
I
this
mean,
one's
it's
trying
not
to get a
my
little-
fault. Beat me.
beat me.
Like, come take the points.
How about we just get Natalie too?
You said you wouldn't mention that on camera.
Yeah, you
You
should
know how
turn
long
yours
it takes
off.
me to do my makeup to hide these bruises?
Wow.
Joking.
Okay.
Domestic violence isn't funny. I'm sorry.
Just
All
have
right.
Cody
It
wear.
would be kind of, though, if it was Natalie beating me. Let's be honest. Yeah. Eric Jones finished 25th. Horrible showing, Corey, once
Who
again.
picked him? Corey?
Corey,
Yeah.
welcome to the big leagues, pal.
Thanks, Austin Dillon.
Yeah, see, you probably wouldn't have won the clash either, but Donnie didn't know that was for points, apparently.
I really didn't. So, I mean, that's on me.
I mean,
But-
I sent you
I
the
wondered
rules.
why he picked Alex Bowman. Like, what a pick.
right? Well, I didn't think it mattered. Now I'm wondering the same thing.
Oh,
But-
man.
You know, here we are. We're headed to Vegas. I feel like you got to go. I feel like you got to gamble. So I don't want to burn through great drivers all at once. So I am going to go with someone who's more mid-tier, back of the pack. And my pick this week is Alex Bowman.
There you go.
So, I mean, if you guys want to win points, this is the week to do it. I don't know what else I can do for you. I'm throwing you a bone on this one.
I mean, for what it's worth, in the last 3 races, he has a win here.
Yeah.
Actually, pretty sure this was where he got his last win.
Yep.
I get to pick second, right?
You
Okay.
do.
I think I'm gonna stick with Chevy. And I am gonna take. I think this is the week I'm gonna take Larson.
Yeah.
Taking
That's what I
Larson.
wanted to do. But
I was thinking that, but I figured you guys would take him. So, well, there's a win for Evans. So, is there even any point in me?
Let me guess, Kazgrala. That where you're going? You need someone
All
else to
right.
get you no point.
I'm just saying Byron's still on the table. Like, if we're
Byron is
talking about a guy that's hot at Hendrick, like,
He is.
Yeah, since we're all going Hendrick, apparently.
yeah, right?
I don't think I am. I don't think I'm going Hendrick. I am going with Kyle Busch.
That's not a
Ooh.
bad pick.
I'll stick with the Chevys, but I'm going.
That's
Kyle
who I
Yeah.
was really tempted to pick. You should change it just because my recommendations haven't been good for you this year. I mean, I only gave you the one, but it was so bad he wrecked twice. He even took out your pick from this week.
We're not talking about.
So why
this.
not take his teammate then, eh?
Right? Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you've burned up RCR
There
already.
we go. Get them out of the way early.
Actually, I'm not hating that Kyle Busch pick at all. I mean, I'm
Sounds
not
good.
The
happy
only
about
pick
it.
I'm hating is Alex Bowman right now.
I don't know.
I mean, he didn't really get to show his stuff at Atlanta, so maybe the Daytona.
yeah,
will show
poor
up.
guy never had a chance to
Yeah.
even try.
I'm just hoping he makes it to lap 5 in Vegas. If we can make it to lap 5, we got a chance.
Listen, he's won here before. No reason he can't do it again.
Yeah.
Ran third
Well,
here
once
last.
Kyle
Why
Busch
didn't I
wrecks
pick
on lap
Bowman?
3.
Yeah.
What?
Because I win, so I get a pick first.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
totally fair. Actually, I've got
Yeah.
Bowman. I've got a specific race checked off for Bowman that I don't think you guys got.
Dover?
I'm not going to tell you for one, but no.
Really?
Really?
Okay. So you really are bad at this then. Wow.
I think I would, if I was going to take anyone at Dover, I would probably take Truex.
But chances of you being able to pick first come Dover, slim to none.
That
Why
is fair.
Truex at Dover? It's his 9th best track.
He's not good at this, Corey.
Don't worry
Evan's
about
going to
it.
be taking Truex at Talladega.
Listen, don't worry
81,
about me.
man, is the number.
Don't worry about me, okay?
No,
Anyway,
we're not.
guys,
Nobody
We're
is,
not
trust
at
me.
all.
you know, you guys don't have to be mean.
Oh man, I'm sorry, buddy.
No, but it's sure a lot more fun.
I mean,
when
you're
we
gonna
are.
get a point this week, so I almost just threw a pick once you said Larson, but I had to go for something.
Yeah, well. There's the track I'm looking for.
Is there any sand barrels at Las Vegas?
You better hope not.
I don't know if
Even
there is or
hope so,
not, but
I
if
guess.
there is, I'm sure my driver will find them. All right. Well, what do you guys say? Call it a day or what?
Yeah, might as well.
Great
All right.
race. Hopefully, it's start a good season.
Yeah, well, it started off really, really well.
Mhm.
So hopefully that'll continue. Looking forward. We got a couple guests lined up in the coming weeks, so make sure to stick around for that. We've also got a contest that we're going to announce in the next week or two that we're really excited about.
So
that you can be
excited,
a
me and
part of.
Corey have no idea.
Can I win this contest?
You guys do. Anyway.
Sure.
Anyway,
Super invested in it.
yeah. How about you invest
I
a
say
little
you
in
have a better
financial?
shot at winning than Evan does.
Easy. All right. Anyway, thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate you tuning in each and every week. If you're not already subscribed, make sure you are subscribing, not only to the podcast itself, but also to our socials. That's where you'll get all the firsthand knowledge of when episodes drop and what we've got going on behind the scenes and all that good stuff. Thank you for another great week. I feel like the racing was better than the podcast this week, so I don't know how we could have lived up to it, but nonetheless, thank you for being here. Look forward to seeing you next week, and I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great week, guys.
Let's go, Kyle Busch.
Make the 48 great again.